All right, now to the stock market again. Down again today, at least the tech stocks. It's the third day in a row that we've seen declines. Investors ditching tech now. It's become a big story throughout the week. Crypto, big story with the sell-off in Bitcoin. And billions erased in market value. See the NASDAQ middle of the screen down 1.6%. A newly released AI tool seems to be raising questions about the future, particularly for software companies. So Jon Najarian is here, joins the show often. He's a co-founder, of course, of Market Rebellion. Good to see you, Jon, here in New York. How big a deal is what's been going on in the market this week? What do you make of it?
Oh, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, if I represented the market, I'd have two black eyes right now.
Yeah.
Because the market has been hit hard. Anthropic, of course, that AI company that you mentioned, it's a great company, but people are realizing, number one, in terms of Google, they had to spend a fortune, even though they make a fortune. Their revenue is $400 billion, but they're having to double up how much they're spending because all these companies are competing for chips as well as for some of the software that they're going to have to provide to customers in order to use those various search engines and
Well,
AI.
what about the idea that Anthropic and other AI companies can just take over the role of some of these software companies? I saw someone writing or saying earlier, it's like for the software companies, kind of like their BlackBerry moment, where it's like, uh-oh,
yeah,
maybe, you know, we built multi-billion-dollar companies, and now this AI bot can come in and do what we've been doing. This could be a big issue.
And it's everything from doctors with, you know, the robotic surgery and things like that. It's always been operated by a human in the past. Well, what if through AI, a human isn't necessary? That's $400,000, $600,000 job that just disappears like that.
Right.
Same thing with lawyers. I mean, there's so many different vocations that are going to be impacted by this. I'm not trying to fearmonger at all. I'm just pointing out that if you have a system that is that fast and learns that quickly, it can replace an awful lot of jobs. And then the companies that are competing to be able to provide that, like Anthropic, like Grok, like Claude, all these different AI models, they are spending like crazy right now.
Now, you and I talk about, and we are now, big picture issues, the direction of the country or the world or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, I feel like I associate you, your career, at least you're a trader, right? That's
yes, sir.
Your mindset is.
Yep.
So on an issue like this, you look at the world, it's kind of changing, and you trade around it or invest around it. How? Because that'll tell us kind of how you view it, I think.
Well, I think we did have a bit of a bubble. Michael Burry said it. He was just too early.
Yeah.
Well,
he had the right bubble, the right timing in the previous bubble on housing and everything. He was the guy that was right about it.
But even then, he had to hold it for a long time to be right.
Right.
This time, he didn't give himself as much time to be right, and he ended up flipping out of a lot of things, perhaps too early. But there was no doubt that a lot of the chasing of dollars into AI stocks in particular, or even into data centers, into some of the energy providers, a lot of the things you and I have talked about that we know down the line are going to be great.
Of course.
Short term, people push too much money into those, and then you have something like tonight.
But you get a pullback in some, Amazon, okay. So talk about Amazon and see, you get a pullback in stocks like that or others, and you see opportunity. Or maybe you say, well, they could also keep going down.
That's exactly right. And you could put Amazon or silver. Silver started the year at $71 to the ounce, ran to 121 to the ounce. Now it's right back at 71.
It's crazy.
So you erased the whole year's worth of profits, or the whole 26, not the whole year, the 2026 profits. Same kind of thing is happening.
Talk to us about Amazon. We have the numbers on the screen now. So what did we learn from Amazon?
That they're going to spend their CapEx, which, you know, that's trader speak for how much am I going to spend to build things out. Well, that's not quite double, but they expected about 140 billion. Amazon said at least 200 billion. And again, it's because, Connell,
they feel like they have to spend on this.
They think they have to, and they're competing against other companies that are spending just as wildly, like Google, like Microsoft, like Apple. A lot of these companies that hadn't in the past, now they're playing catch up, and that's putting more demand on the chips, more demand on power. And again, this is something that you're going to see blow off tops like we've just seen. I'm not saying it's the bottom yet, but I think we're getting close.
You have any thoughts on Bitcoin before we go? Is there a bottom there? It's under 70,000, which a lot of people thought was a big deal. I don't know.
A few weeks ago, I was saying to friends that are Bitcoiners down in El Salvador, I was saying we could easily blow through 80 and get all the way down to 60. And they said, no effing way, John. Michael Saylor will step in.
Was that in Spanish, by the way?
Yeah, no.
The first guest that came in and said, well, I was talking to some Bitcoiners in El Salvador. That's got to be a follow-up in there somewhere. That sounds like a story.
There does, but they had a big golf tournament.
You're not going to tell me about
for
it.
Bitcoin. I can't. I'm sworn to secrecy. But there is a lot going on. I think it's getting to a blow-off right now.
Okay.
I don't chase up on FOMO, fear of missing out.
Right.
But I do buy when there's blood in the streets, as Buffett has always said. So I think now you're getting a lot closer to that blood in the streets moment in Bitcoin and many of the digital assets, probably the AI stocks as well.
So you're close or just about to be a buyer?
I was starting to buy them today.
That's interesting. You're always interesting to talk to.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Bitcoiners in El Salvador. That sounds like a documentary.
Well, he's got, Bukele, Nayib Bukele is the president, leader of that country, and he's a big believer in Bitcoin. I'm sure even he is hurting right now.
Thank you, John.